gals, blokes, and all other folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Mortius, and I am joined by...
Peter Barber.
It's Peter Barber.
Hi, everyone.
Finally, after all this time, we have talked about doing some kind of video together for, honestly, the better part of a year. But both of us were just so busy. You've got an always crazy schedule. I had new move, new job, everything like that. We did our great little collaboration that blew up on TikTok a while back. But other than that, yeah, we haven't gotten the chance to work together. So I'm really, genuinely very excited to have you.
I am excited to be here, and I'm excited to dive back into this song, because at this point it's been like a month or more since it released. So
yeah, that was the thing. I was really trying to get all of them out before I moved, but yours released literally 6 days before my move. It released on Monday, or 6 days before I arrived, so 5 days before I left my old state. And so we really tried to make something happen. It just didn't end up in the schedule. And then I was in a motel for a month. I mean, my subscribers know the whole story because I complain about it every video. But yeah, so is there anything in particular? I kind of asked the same questions at the beginning of just what made you pick this song and what made you pick your collaborator?
Sure, that's a great place to start. As far as arrangement, we'll wait till we get into it. But so when I saw Hunger Games Part 3, or the third Hunger Games Part 1, this is the theme song for it. It's originally by, if anyone hasn't heard the original, go check it out. It's awesome. But right when I heard this song, I was like, wow, this would be incredible if a bass singer did a cover of it. And at that point, I was in an undergrad a cappella, and I couldn't convince the group to do it, and I didn't have the means to do it on myself. And so I was basically just like, whenever I get a good chance to do this song, I'm going to do it. And here comes the bass gang, and this becomes the perfect opportunity to do this song. And how Cullum came into the mix is we have been talking for probably about a year as well, since last summer, about figuring out some kind of collaboration to do. And of course, he's mega busy because he's putting out stuff every week. It's insane.
His content's amazing.
And it's so good, exactly. So good. And I'm super busy, so really tough to find time to do that. So I figured, I've got a good connection with Cullum. I think his voice would actually work super well with this, which you will hear why it works so well with this song. But that's basically how this all came together. So it's a bit of a dream come true for me to do this song and to do it with the bass gang and to do it with Cullum. It's a lot of good things.
I love that. And I love the answer of just as far as why I picked them, you'll find out. Because I've pretty much got that from all four of you, especially Marwin, when I was like, so why did you pick Jonathan Young? And he was like, just press play. And I'm like, fair enough. So I'm sure it's going to be a very similar experience with this one. Is there anything in particular you want to share before we hop into it?
Nope, let's do it.
All right, heck yeah. Good. That was the answer I hoped for. All right. You got it up on your end?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Let's make it happen. Oh, I'm ready. Good.
I'm a princess.
Oh, so interesting. Just anyone who's listen to any kind of music. Hold on, it's framed poorly. There we go. Anyone who's just ever listened to music has been trained by every song they've ever heard, except for the funky ones, to expect things in 4. So I was waiting doom hum hum, and I was waiting for that hum, and then right as I'm ready for it, you just hit me with the lyrics. That's really cool. Subversion of expectations on top of that really nice simple hum start. I liked that a lot. It catches you off guard in the best way possible.
Absolutely, yeah. I didn't really think much about that, but yeah, there's just 3 iterations of that first song. Usually things come in 4, and this song, as you'll find out, is in 4. It's interesting that Lord started with just 3 measures there at the intro.
Yeah. Oh, and that is something I should mention, is that I'm not, other than just hearing it over the trailers when I worked in a movie theater at the time, I'm not immensely familiar with this song, so there might be a few things that I'm like, wow, that was a cool arrangement thing. And you're like, yeah, it was Lord's. And I'm like, oh, fair enough, my bad. But yeah, I haven't heard this song since, it was in theaters. But hey.
2015, 2016, it was a while ago.
For sure. All right, let's keep... So. No.
I'm a princess cut from marble, smoother than a stone. And the scars that mark my body, they're silver and gold. My blood is a flood of rubies, precious stones.
It keeps my veins hot. The fire's found a home in me.
I feel like this is so cool. I love the like almost film roll, like kind of everyone moving across like that is amazing. Before I even attempt to break down that music, I have to ask, give me the story of the tattoos.
So first of all, Nicole Waters, Bobby's sister, did the storyboarding and made the video.
Cool.
And her whole concept that we agreed on was basically just like badass warrior. I mean, we kind of followed like, you know, Katniss Everdeen in that movie, how she's like the leader of the rebellion and like she's this super tough warrior. So we're like, all right, leather jackets. Tommy went with some eye makeup, and I was like, instead of doing the leather jacket thing, because I've done that before in videos, I was like, I'm just gonna get a ton of temporary tattoos and like put them all over my body. So I got temporary neck tattoos, and there's like a bunch all over my arms and stuff.
Oh, I didn't even notice. I thought the arms ones were just actually yours because I know you have a few.
I do have a few, but most of those are just temporary. So
gotcha.
So that it was my approach to this kind of warrior look.
No, and I like how you mentioned how everyone kind of took a slightly different approach. Like Tommy's got the full-on leather jacket. Marwan's got a little more like the subtle black leather. They both got different varying levels. So like everyone took a very different approach to a similar thing, which can also be said about the singing. Segues. I did it. Thanks for your support. I appreciate it. I just distracted myself. I get a perfect segue and then lost it because that's just how my brain works. But that kind of translates to the music is what I was trying to say, is how everyone is approaching a similar line with their own very unique voice, which I like that a lot. I love the way that the bass gang, all four of you, and when you have a guest star, usually all five of you are so completely unique when you're separate and still come together as a cohesive unit, which is hard. It's one of the hardest parts of this kind of singing. You know, when you've got like choral things where everyone's on their like perfect like Latin vowels, you can blend a lot easier. But when you're working a cappella with four completely different voices, getting that blend right is so hard, and the bass gang executes it near flawlessly every time.
Yeah, the goal there, when I made the demo and sent out all the guide tracks, I was basically just like, try to match my vowels as much as you can on the background stuff, but make the solo stuff your own. So like you said, we're a unit when we're all singing together, but when you have a solo line, we want you to stick out and be like, hey, look at my unique, awesome voice.
Which everyone has a very unique, awesome voice, so that fits. Okay, I want to hear some of that again.
My blood is a flood of rubies, precious stones.
It keeps my veins hot. The fire's found.
And I'm assuming Tommy in the background, though the last time I assumed it was Tommy, Marwan said it was you, and it blew, and I got very surprised. But someone's doing this like really like high and almost like sinister is not the right word. Eerie. That's the word I was trying to find. This almost eerie, like this hanging out in the top range there. What's that going on there?
Yeah, the arrangement itself is pretty eerie, and actually this intro is maybe my favorite part of the piece, actually. So first of all, if you're listening to the bass line, there's actually subharmonics happening a full octave lower the whole time. I think I start out. Yeah, so listen closely when you go back.
Cut from marble, smoother than a stone.
Oh, yeah.
And the scars that mark my body.
Yeah, I didn't hear
silver and gold.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I don't know if this is just how it ended up getting mixed, or maybe like my right headphone's been blown out by bass, but I can hear those subharmonics a lot better on the left. I don't know if that was intentional mixing or not.
It should be similar. What I did here is it's kind of two of us will take like 4 or 5 measures, and it'll switch. So I think it's in this first part. I think it's me in one ear and Bobby on another ear doing the super low stuff, and then it switches to like Marwan and Tommy. I can't remember the exact
Oh, okay.
layout. But I did arrange in a way to where it's not like, hey, look at all this bass, because I didn't want that to be the focus of the song.
Yeah.
But it is a cool thing if you listen closely, you're like, oh shit, there's actually really low subs happening this whole interaction.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah, that's really cool. All right, I'm gonna actually let it play through. Oh my gosh.
My blood is a flood of rubies, precious stones. It keeps my veins hot. Those fires found a home in me. I move through town. I'm quiet like a fire. And my necklace is of rope. I'm tired and I'm tired.
Yes.
And now people talk to me, but nothing ever hits home. People talk to me, and all the voices just burn holes. I'm done with it all. This is the start.
Hold on, hang on. That's so cool. No, before I can even talk about it, I need it again. Hold on. No, too far. Too far. Okay. That da da, or as if I'm gonna actually hit it. Da 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 dum, but an octave down. Yeah, no, that's so cool. Yeah, I wish I could sing down there. Bobby and I actually, I don't know if you watched the Iris video, but Bobby and I actually had a really interesting discussion about how, like, we're both opposite examples of the same mistake, and, like, trying to give that advice to the next generation of, even if you think you have a gimmick, make sure you're working on the rest of your voice, because you will come to regret not working on the opposite. But yeah.
Yeah, no, it's a great point. It's a great point you guys made, and to Bobby's, I'm not, haven't gotten super familiar with your singing yet, but I can say for sure since I started working with Bobby, he has worked really hard to improve his upper range, and he has. He's really he's gotten much better at mixing up there, which he didn't have really at all.
Yeah.
When we first started singing together.
I haven't really worked on, like, stretching my lower range much, but I've definitely worked on at least strengthening it, because one of my biggest flaws, in addition to just having a very high basement, was the fact that when I got down it was really breathy. So I've worked a lot on strengthening it so when I'm near the bottom of my range I can have it go, but I haven't really gotten to actually stretch that range downward at all. I've just,
and to piggyback off that,
yeah,
the natural end of your low range is much more set than your upper range. So it's much easier with training to extend it upwards. Even chest voice, you can extend your chest voice way up high. Chorus, mix, and falsetto. As far as how low you can sing in your chest voice, that's pretty much all nature, all biology. And like you said, you can work to strengthen it. So that's what I tell young singers when they're like, oh, I really want to be a super low bass. And I'm like, you kind of have the notes you do, and just try to make them as high quality and resonant as possible.
Well, that makes me feel better about my non-existent basement. All right, but yeah, hold on. I want to. So.
This is a rope. I'm tired and I'm tired. And now people talk to me, but nothing ever hits home. People talk to me, and all the voices just burn holes. I'm done with it all. This is the start of how it all is. They used to shout my name, now they whisper it. I'm speeding up, and this is the red, orange, yellow flicker beat sparking up my heart. We're at the start, the colors.
I'd like for a moment forgot I was supposed to be making content. I was just so absorbed in that. Hold on. Goodness. Whoo. Hold on. That was way too far back.
This is the start of how it all is. They used to shout my name now.
I like how simple the just the octave harmonies are. is what I was trying to say there. Like that part with like column higher, like that's so cool. And there's got to be other stuff. I'm trying to absorb everything, and there's so much.
There's a lot happening, a lot that's impossible to get even if you spend listening. But yeah, the idea behind the octaves is just like it's a way for more of us to get solo time and more duets can happen. So it's Colum and Tommy first, and I think it's me and Bobby or Marwa. I don't remember all the combinations and how they go, but it's a great way for all of us to get more solo time, and it's more interesting, covering the solo in 2 octaves.
No, I like that a lot. And Colum up in those pretty like his
he
resonance
sounds
up there.
so good.
He sounds so good. He did a cover of like one of the like main song from my favorite movie of all time, and like just oh my gosh, his voice, like the highs, the lows, he's just incredible. I know I don't need to tell you this, and I don't need to tell my audience this, but I'd feel wrong not saying it again and again and again and again.
Yeah.
When honest, they used to shout my name, now they whisper it. I'm speeding up, and this is the red, orange, yellow flicker beat sparking up my heart.
We're at the start, the colors disappear. I've never watched the stars, there's so much down here.
I mean, obviously, I know it's like self-explanatory, but I just love the addition of those stars in the background. That's just such a nice touch for that, especially because it's such a clear blue sky is such a contrast to like the red, orange, yellow hellfire that's happening in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was one moment when I had a pretty long Zoom call with Nicole at first to kind of plan out what we wanted for this. And that was one idea I threw out there. I was just like, yeah, I think it'd be really cool if on this stars line, if you could put like a Starry Night in the background, if it's not too cheesy. And it worked out really well.
No, it really does. I like that transition. I want to see it again.
I never watched the stars. There's so much down here. So I just try to keep up with them. Red, orange, yellow, flicker, sparking up my heart.
I dream of you, but they're not the sweet kind.
No, what was that delivery? Hold on.
I dream of you, but they're not the sweet kind.
What is that? Not that sweet kind. Like that, like like that breathy. Ooh.
Yeah, he comes like way off the voice.
Yeah, was that?
He's got this very pure phonation, and then he kind of backs off, so his vocal folds are barely even coming together on that word "sweet," and it has such a cool effect.
Yeah,
I didn't tell him to do that.
That's what I was just about to ask, if that was your direction or his own.
Nope, that was him. That was all him.
So cool. Tommy, you can't keep doing this to me. It's
Dude,
not
that's
allowed.
That's one of us in each ear. Exactly how you see it.
And the shivers move down my shoulder.
Unreal.
Blades in double time.
Oh.
And that might have been my shortest gap between pauses yet. What the heck?
Blades in double time.
Oh.
And now people talk to me. I'm slipping out of reach now. People talk to me and all the faces blur.
But I get my fingers laced together and I made a little prison. And I'm locking up everyone who ever laid a finger on me.
No.
I don't have pit vipers. I don't know where you get them, but I had them. I had these ready. I needed them. What? That was. I don't even know what's a synonym for overwhelming that doesn't have a negative connotation? That was just.
Shocking.
Yeah, sure. That works. That
In a
was
good way.
just like everything. I want to see what the like sheet music looks like for that part. That's the first time I've said that for an arrangement in a long time. Normally I can just appreciate the complexity for what it sounds like, but that I want to just see like, so it felt like every time I understood who was singing what, someone dropped out and someone else joined in, but it was because previously it was like a pair then a pair. You know what I mean? But that felt like it was like a pair, and then this person gets replaced, and then this person gets replaced, and then so it was like it felt like everyone was playing just a relay race of music in the best, and that doesn't sound as cool as it actually was, but it was amazing.
So that is my favorite part of the song. The second half of that second verse, and there is a lot going on. It's probably like 12 or 15 voices. That first part that goes up is like me and Colm in each ear going up on that high belt. It goes up to like a high G and back down. And then there's all these like crazy stacks and harmonies, and it's all happening on like slightly different syllables, all based on what's being said in the melody.
Yeah.
And then we all land on, I think there's 8 G sharp ones happening on that last chord. 8. I think it's like Colm and Bobby in chest, me and chest fry and subs, Marwan and subs, Tommy and growl and subs. It's just like all at once.
Everybody, wow.
8 different G sharp ones happen. It's a cool moment. I love it.
Yeah, I want to hear that relay race to Pit Viper again.
Yeah.
And then I'll just let it keep going from there. But man.
I'm done with it all. This is the start of how it all ends. They used to shout my name, now they whisper it.
I love how, because like singing, there's a thing that said that like unless you're trying to make it happen, singing is an art without accents. Because of exactly what we talked about earlier, kind of developing those like shared vowels and everything like that. Like it's something you have to do intentionally almost to sing with an accent. Even people with the strongest accent, they sing and often you can't tell unless they're intentionally showing that. So I love the way that Tomi's extremely unique voice that I love so much, like you can really hear it in there. And I feel totally bad. I'm so blanking on where he's from right now.
Czech Republic.
There we go, Czech. I thought that, but it felt wrong for some reason. I would rather just make you say it than say it wrong. But I thought that's what it was. Exactly. But you can really hear his like that unique accent's pronunciation coming out in that line, which is very cool. Like. Like, used to shout my name. Like, that specific delivery is so cool and really highlights such a unique voice, both singing and speaking. Unique voice.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally.
And also, going back there, I noticed the bullet holes in the background, which was cool. A cool little touch, too. I really like all the little bits and pieces thrown into this one. Oops.
Yeah, Nicole did a great job.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Great job.
That's Bobby's sister, you said, right?
Yeah.
So cool. Love that. All right, yeah.
I'm speeding up, and this is the red, orange, yellow flicker beat sparking up my heart. We're at the start, the colors disappear. I'm never
love the harmonies.
There's so much down here, so I just try. Up with them, red, orange, yellow, flicker beats sparking up my heart.
Yes, no.
Red, orange, yellow, flicker beats sparking.
Not only was that such a cool harmony with the flicker, that then beat was just a little offset of the beat. Haha.
Exactly.
But yo, cool as heck.
And this is again a moment of me and Colm in each ear. for that whole
Oh,
ascending
yeah?
line.
Oh, what happened?
This is also
Uh-oh.
the mega belt, that the notorious mega belt is what's basically about to
Oh,
happen.
okay, I'm ready for it, but
Keep up with them. Red, orange, yellow, flicker beats, sparking up my heart. And this is the red, orange, yellow, flicker beats, sparking up my heart.
what's the opposite of Pit Viper? Good God, what's happening?
This is the red, orange.
You can't just slide higher, Peter. You can't do that to me. Oh, no, I'm not ready to talk about it yet. I need to hear it 3 more times.
Up with them. Red, orange, yellow, flicker beats, sparking up my heart. And this is the red, orange, yellow, flicker beats, sparking up my heart. And this is the red, orange, yellow, flicker beat.
No way. No.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yes.
Baby.
Oh, man. Yes, that
Let me
was
hit you.
phenomenal.
Let me add to your mind blown right now. So you heard the
Please.
high belt.
Yes.
Also, Tommy and I did it an octave higher. That's happening there too.
Shut up.
So it goes up to a B flat 5. I assure you, it's there on the original part too.
Yeah.
It's you
No,
can barely hear it. You
it's
can barely
subtle.
hear it. 'Cause- Yeah,
It almost
it's not the focus.
Yeah, of course, but yeah, you can. Oh, that was good, man. That was real good.
Thanks,
I
man.
liked that one a lot.
Thank you.
Are there any specific parts you want to touch on or talk about? I gotta, for like the way my editor does the outro, I gotta like take away the video and move you down. But is there anything you want to touch on in the video first before we just get to retrospective?
For you and the rest of the people watching, and I think plenty of people are doing this already. This is the kind of song and arrangement that you can really go back and just like try to follow a voice and listen for different parts, because there's so much dissonance coming in and out, and so many chords that aren't, within what you'd expect within the key. Harmonies, dissonances, suspensions, all those kinds of things. There's a lot going on, and a good amount of it too. Nicole did a good job capturing a lot of it in the video as well. So I mean, I'm so happy with it. This video and this song is like, as an a cappella producer, like my crowning achievement. Like, it's my favorite arrangement I've ever done, and I've never been so pleased with like a mix song either. So yeah, I'm very happy with it. It's been fun. I haven't listened to it in a few weeks, so it's been fun to listen to it again and kind of fall in love with it.
I'm so glad you get that. That makes me really happy. All right. Well, are there any specific parts you want to replay or touch on before I get rid of?
No, I actually think
Okay.
you paused at a lot of the really great moments. Yeah.
There we go. Well, cool. I'm so glad to hear it. So yeah, kind of the retrospective part. I don't even know. I went to do the retrospective and I don't even have anything to say besides just, yeah, that was real. I love the aesthetics. I love all of the direction, like you were saying with, I know you said her name like 15 times. Sarah? Nicole. See, this is what happens when I try to just go for it. But yeah, no, that was just, yeah, everything about it was like, there were no individual parts that ever made me go, yeah, that's the biggest thing. Like, obviously, whenever groups are growing, there's always going to be at least something where you're like, oh yeah, that's your room for growth. There's your that. And like, while I'm not going to like try to claim like, oh, I guarantee it's flawless, on first watch, I didn't spot anything like that. You know what I mean? Like, it was a beautiful, like, enough of a perfectly cohesive and well-made experience that like I couldn't even say something as like, oh, like that was so good and there's your room for improvement. I was just like, no, that was just a dang good arrangement.
Well, thank you, man. Yeah, I mean, this, like I said, crowning achievement for me. I mean,
Good.
hundreds hundreds of hours went into like writing the formal arrangement, creating the demo, getting it all organized, and then just like mixing it took forever because it's so hard to mix these 5 voices together. So yeah, I mean, it's as good as I can do in the acapella world so far. So
it's a dang good achievement, a phenomenal achievement. I really,
Thank you. Thank you.
excited. I mean, as soon as I log off, I'm just gonna go show it to my wife because she's gonna love it too. Like it's real good.
Yeah, maybe you can. I'm sure you can relate to this. Like pretty much always after I do a first time reaction, I always go back and just listen for pleasure.
Oh yeah,
because like it's a totally different experience when you're not trying to pick out things all the time. So yeah, definitely go do that with this one with the headphones and just kind of just get absorbed by it.
My listen for pleasure is almost always shared with my wife. So that's what I'll do. I'll like analyze it full and then I'll go like plug it into our good speakers and just let both of us just kind of sit in it as it runs all the way through.
Oh,
and
I love it.
And that's little insight because I don't think I've ever said that in a video. That's like almost every video I do that for.
Really?
Yeah.
That's
awesome. I mean, sometimes like I'll get to it and be like, yeah, she wouldn't like this one. I'll just ruminate in it on my own instead. But for the most part, that's the habit I get into. Yeah, well, since I'm kind of revitalizing Bass Gang Volume 2 a little bit late because of the weird schedules, I do want to remind you guys, Bass Gang's amazing, but they are still trying to grow. Please go subscribe to them. Check the link down in the description. Go to this video, subscribe to them. And also, while you're at it, subscribe to me. I'm so close to 10,000. I'd love to reach it in the next couple months or so. That I can do some kind of 10K celebration when I actually get a house. Thank you to my amazing patrons, which will be up here through the magic of editing. Thank you, Mason. The magic of editing. Thank you so much to my patrons. Wow, I just short-circuited there. Bass Gang also has their own Patreon, and they have a great Discord, which you can join if you join their Patreon. So if you want to support some smaller creators, I have a Patreon, link in the description. They have a Patreon, link in the description of the video. It's in my description. Kind of have to go through a couple links of separation there, but you can find it. I believe in you. And obviously, like, literally, even if you just go and comment, great! Exclamation point. It doesn't matter the length and content of the comment. Comment on this video, comment on their video. It really, really makes a difference. He can attest to it. Because not only is he a music creator, he's a fellow reactor. He can tell you how much the algorithm matters.
Oh, yeah.
All
Big
right.
time.
Any final thoughts for the world?
No, man. Thanks so much for having me. This is really fun. I hope everyone enjoyed Yellow Flicker Beat and Mortius and I both had to say about it. Do all the things he just said. Throw money at all these small creators trying to bring you awesome content and bring you joy and happiness every day. That's it, guys. Thanks so much.
So thank you guys so much for accompanying me through this video. And as always, gals, blokes, and all other folks, I will see you in the next video. Bye.